Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to discuss another Codeforces problem from the Codeforces round 704. This is from the division 2 and this is problem C, maximum width. So instead of going line by line through the description, I will quickly explain you what is the problem. So basically in this problem we are given two integers n and m, and out of those we have to form two different strings of length like s of length n and another string is t of length m. And what we have to do is we have to find out a beautiful uh, maximum sequence, or width of a sequence has to be maximum. So basically like we have to find out the subsequences from s which are equal to t, and when we take a difference of their indices, it should give us the maximum value. So that is going to be our output. Okay, so let us have a couple of examples. So in the example 1, like the length of the first string is 5 and another string is 3. So basically we have to find out the ABC out of this. So considering like 0th base index, so first I have to pick up this A which can match with this A, then I can pick up this B or this B or this B. So like basically indices like 1 2 3. So if I take like 1, then this like becomes BB gets matched, and finally like I can take this C. So C is at index like 0 1 2 3 4. 4 minus 1, which is 3, because 1 minus 0 is 1, and 1 comma this 4 minus 1 is 3. So 1 comma 3, which is the max 3. So that's why the output is 3. Another example is if we take the same length of m and n, in that case the output has to be 1, because we have to take all the and in the example or in the description what they mention, like it is guaranteed that there is at least one beautiful sequence. So like this base case or straightforward condition, like when m and n values are same, it has to be the 1. That is your answer, because you have to take the all the strings out of the s to make a t. Okay, or it should be equal to t. So the difference between consecutive pairs is like elements is or characters is always 1. So that's why the output is 1. So I have taken another example, so we will go through it, and after that we will jump into the code part. So basically like when of course like I picked up this example just for the practice. I did not participate in this competition when it happened. So like while doing the problem solving, like basically I try to see the tags, because whenever I don't get the intuition very quick or easily, generally I refer for the tags, like which tag I can use to solve this problem. So when I tried, so first of all I tried with the DPA approach. So I can tell you like why DPA approach I have used. So in this one, if you can see, let us take this example, or I would take this example. Okay, so in this one what they have mentioned is, for example, if this is or instead of this, I think it would be better I can take the example which I mentioned here. So let us say I have a string s of length 11. So this is a string a b c a m n b c j k c, or for simply like if we can take it as a it can be anything, for example, uh, and the string t of length abc. uh, my output might be like having some different character set, because when they have mentioned binary search, so I'm not sure like whether it is in the ascending order or not, but like you can it won't make much difference because it is eventually going to give me the correct output. So you can take this example, that's fine. So in this one, like we can say like it is having the indexes 0 to 10, and this is having indexes 0 to 1, sorry 0 to 2. So now when I start with this A, so like I have two choices. First of all, I'm going to discuss the dynamic programming approach, and after that, like I will take I will jump on to the solution. So basically I have solved this problem with the two pointers, because when I tried to solve this problem with the dynamic programming, I remember like it is passing number of test cases, but when I submitted my solution, so it was just passing only 5 test cases. But if I try to see one by one test case for larger m and n values, it was failing, especially for the m values, okay, because n is anyways larger, but if you are it is having number of combinations, so it is exceeding the time limit, that is 2 milliseconds, sorry 2 seconds. And of course it was the top down approach, and I tried to solve it without mask like bit masking technique. It was like general standard dynamic programming approach I followed, but it failed, but it was giving the correct answer for most of the test cases. But only thing is like fifth test case, it is having the larger constraint, so it was not passing, like moving to the next test cases as per the Codeforces standard, okay. So anyways, but I will quickly discuss that solution, and based out of that I got the actual intuition where I solved this problem with the two pointers technique, okay. So in this one, what we have to do is like when we consider this thing, so here like I can always have three things. First is like if my character is matching with the character of T, character from the S matches with the character of T, so like I have two options. One is I can take it, or I can skip it. Second, like moving to the next character, if there is no match, I can of course have to move forward, but if it is like, so basically there are three choices. If your character is matching, so I can take the character or I can skip the character. These are the two choices. And third is if my current character is not matching with the string T's character, then I can move forward, okay, because I don't want to take that character. It won't give any meaning to my string, because it will never be equivalent, okay. So that way I can form a top down approach, recursive approach, and after that I can use the memoization. But as I mentioned, for larger m and n values, it is exceeding the time limit. So that solution, I think I'm not sure like whether it is a problem with my memoization table, so because I tried to solve it, like submitted more than 15 or 20 solutions, but all went to failure. So after that, like what I understood is like when I was having it on pen and paper, so what I did is like I was going from left to right, and after that like I thought like if I go from the reverse direction, and that way what I can do is like, for example, if my first character, like if my character matches with the T's character, then I can mark it as a prefix. So there are two arrays. One is the prefix, first array is the prefix when I start from like starting array, and another is my ending array, because when I traverse from the end. So in that one, so first A matches, so I mark it as a their index, that is a 0. Then moving forward, like again this B and B matches, so I mark the index as a 1. Finally this C matches, so mark it as index 2. So that way I can have an array which is matching to my string T. Second time I will traverse it in the reverse direction. So first of all I will check like whether C and C matches. Of course it is matches, so I will mark it its index as a 10. Then this K is not matching, then this C is not matching, this C is not matching, then this B is matching. So what is the value of B? That is a 6 here, 6. So I will just mark it as index 6. Then it will check for this n, m, and finally again this a matches. So this value of a is, I think there is something confusion here. So as per my knowledge, it should be like just a minute. It should be, give me a minute. So this is a 10, this 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and this should be 3, I guess. Maybe like I'm not sure, but I think it is something like 3. Okay, no, not this one exactly. This should be the 3 value, because like 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, yeah, this is correct. So in the reverse direction it can form the array like 3, 6, 10, and in the starting direction it can have the in arrays like 0, 1, 2. So like with the help of these 3 indices I can form the t, and with the help of these 3 indices I can form the t in the reverse order. So after this, like after getting these 2 arrays, what I have to do is, if I look at the input carefully, so like the ith value from both the arrays pointing to the same character of the t, so it doesn't make any sense to take a difference of this. But if I take a difference of the I plus 1 and the I minus I plus 1 and ith character, as they mention, that can make that can give us the maximum value. So for example, if I start with this 6 and this 0, taking the difference is max is 6, 6 minus 0 is 6, then moving to the next, that is a 10, and this is a 1, because see, eventually what I have to do is I have to take the difference between the what character I am going to use to form the t. So the idea is to pick up the characters which are at a max distance, and which can, so that it can give us the max width value. So in this one, like 10 minus 1 is 9, so that's why the output is 9. So to make it simple, what I can do is, if I consider this thing in like this, for example, let me quickly take it something like this. Okay, so considering like this 1, for example, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this is 11. So here one of the combinations is like I can take the value as a 1, 2, 3, which can give me the difference of 1. Another combination is like I can take these AB values, that is 1, 2, and I will skip this C. I will take this as a 8 as a C. So this way I can get the maximum value as a 8. 2 minus 1 is 1 and 8 minus 2 is 6. So 6 is the max. Another combination I can take is like 1, 2, 8, and sorry, not 8. And after that, like last time, I will take this 11, like last C element. Okay, so that way it can give me like 2 minus 1 is 1, and like 11 minus 2 is 9. So out of that 1 comma 9, 9 is the maximum, so that's why the value is 9. So the same thing is happening here. Instead of taking this like a 1th base index, if I take it as 0 base index, so 1 like reducing the count by 1, so 0 comma 1 comma 10, so which gives me the value as a 9. Okay, so now if you observe this and this one, like what are the values I picked, so 0, 1 and this 10, so that way it can give me the exact output. So that is the whole idea of this problem. So now let us have a look at the code part. So here I have created a class maximum width, and in the main function I am accepting the 4 parameters, that is n, m integer values, and then s and t. So the base case, like as I mentioned, if the n and m values are same, so as they mentioned, there must be at least one beautiful subsequent, so it has to be always the subsequent difference is going to be 1, so that's why the output is 1. Else I have to call this solve function, and I'm converting the s and t into the character array. So first of all I have to take the starting array, like start like from the start direction. So I and j set to the 0 till the n. Whenever I get the match, I have to increment the j value and assign the ith value to my current jth index. Once like j is greater than or equal to m, then it means that t is already formed. I have to break the loop. Similarly, to traverse in the reverse direction, I have a e over here. Starting I and j set to the m minus 1 n minus 1 till 0. Check if match is found, like set the index value of I and decrement the j. Again, when j reaches to the 0 means t is formed, I can break the loop. After that, what I am doing is, as I mentioned, I just have to take the difference. So why I have to skip the same indices value, ith value, because it is representing in the same character. So I have to take a difference between the subsequent characters, like ith and ith plus 1 character. So that's the idea. So I is equal to 1 till length of the t, checking that like current max, previously calculated max, and like e of I minus s of I minus 1. So I and I minus 1 difference. So that way I can have my result as a max, and finally I have to return the result, res, to my like so that is the resource, like I have result I have to print as an output. So that is the solution of this problem. So you can give a try to solve it using the dynamic programming, but as I mentioned, I solved it, like I submitted almost 20 to 25 solutions, but none of them worked. So finally I came across this solution when I was doing it. So maybe you can give a try if you want, and see like if you get a proper memoization table, and if it works for you, you can post your solution in the comment, and it would be helpful for me as well. But till the time you can refer this solution, I will be posting this video on I will be posting this solution on GitHub as well, and I will provide its link in the description of this video, so you can have it as a reference. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next.